What's up, deckheads? Welcome back to MTG with me. Keep rolling with some standard. About halfway through Diamond 4 right now. So we're just going to see how far we can get. I've made some minor adjustments. I took out the 1-drop Hopeful Initiate. I put in Sun Gold Champion and, or I think it's Sun Gold. But the goal is to add more, Sentinel. The goal is to add more graveyard removal while still keeping my mana base kind of where it's at. So if Sun Gold's not getting it done, then I'll probably throw in Lion Sash, but that's where we're at right now. This is close to a keep, so I will. Looks like we're seeing some more of that mono red. Lucked out with that mana there. Angel Fire should help us get 2 mid to late game. 2/2 haste 3/3. They're gonna look at 3. Well, if I do any damage to it, I could just let it keep swinging in. I could play Sun Gold, but I got 16 life. I'd rather see what my opponent has in their hand. They have a 3-drop. 3-drop, 4 damage to me, and 1 damage to a creature, and a 2 for 3. So this is the problem, because that now I can play my board state, assuming they don't draw more burn, which they sure would. But if they didn't get a land, looks like they're going to be playing that 1-drop again. Okay. So that was really good for us. The 1-drops are really easy to remove. All I need is a Blast Zone and it to be the 4th mana down, and they're gone. So that's a plus. Because I don't think my opponent has the removal, just gonna play that now. Removal? 2-drop removal? Looks like they didn't get their land again. That's tough. Ooh, it's a good card. I was toying with putting it in the deck because of the +1/+1 counters, but that's really catering to just one idea. No blocks. It's just catering to one idea in the deck, so that's not what you want to do. I'll be able to gain 5. If they draw a land, I'm screwed, but nothing new there. I could play Sarah Paragon and then play the defense, but again, if they play a land, I'm screwed. So I need to... Yikes. I need to try to gain as much life as possible and keep that around. Can't destroy my opponent with 5. So I will just try to play defense here and keep the whole indestructible thing going on. If my opponent draws a land, that's game over. We'll see. Land? No land. What luck is that? Oh man. Okay. If I take care of the 3/3, my opponent will be able to, what is it, damage equal to whatever is dealt damage. So if I deal damage to that 3/3 with a 6/5, he'll have 6 cards for next turn. This is not what you want to do. So I'll just take care of one of the ones I can. Get hit for 7. That's spicy. Maybe he was holding on to the land for that purpose. Ooh, 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. I'm gonna have to sack this. No land for the lifelink there. As much as I want to play anything else, I have to play Angel Fire. Gain 8, baby. What? We're lucking out right now, I tell you what. That's... Whew. No blocks, because I'd rather just take the 5. I'm gonna need some lifelink out there. So I will do... I guess it's probably better to have as much forward presence. So... decline. And I mean, I could swing to put the pressure on. Hopefully my opponent will have to block. I mean, what would you do in that situation? This is, if they draw a land, you're out anyway, because they have the 4 damage to player for 3. So, might as well swing. That's all I can think of to do. Yeah, force the block. Land. Oh, good game. They got the 2 burn player. I got no flying. They messed up. Whoops. Whoopsie. Lifelink. That's so good. For me. It's good for me. Oh, man. Okay. Alright. Let's see. 3. They're going to get 3 cards. Probably play a land. Yeah. That's what I have to do. Puts me up to 3 because combat damage all happens at once. They got a massive amount of lands. That's kind of funny. Okay. And now we get our lifelink back from Elspeth. That's so lucky. Oh, man. I could do the lifelink on Illuminator and gain 4. Or I could put it on Sun Gold. In which case it's 9, 10, 11, or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I could go for the win right here. But that's only 4 life. I mean, it would put me at 1 if he does the burn for 3. If there's anything in response. Well, it's not likely that Sun Gold could get burned. So we'll do that. And I'll just swing for that. Because I don't have enough for lethal. So I might as well get in there for 9. Wow, that misplay from my opponent. Crucial right there. That brought me back into the game. 4 damage. And that'll do it. Can't swing for 2. Swinging for 2 anyway. Okay, so they just threw that. Yeah. Excellent. Sun Gold also has this Coven ability, 1 colorless, 1 plains, that allows you to get hexproof and can't be blocked from chosen color. It is pumpable, so if you have enough mana late game, you can just walk right through somebody's defense. Unless it's artifacts. But it's so good. Very much enjoy that. We shouldn't have won that one, but we did. So, gotta be happy about that. We'll keep rolling. Another thing I'd like to add as far as strategy goes, when you have, like, when you're going through the grind, the climb, once you get into that next tier, so I'm in tier 4 right now. Once I get into tier 3, if I lose that match, you don't go down to tier 4 right away. I think it gives you like 3 chances. So if you're going to make any changes to your deck, you should be doing it, unless you're just not getting any progress, right after each one of those. And then the most important changes, this is not a keep. The most important, this is kind of a keep. I'll keep. The most important changes that you could make are going to be right before you get into Mythic. Because I'm certain you need to have the correct amount of lands. You might as well get your sideboard up to speed and good to go as well. Because as soon as you get into Mythic, like let's say you pair with somebody and they just quit and it moves you into Mythic. You got to keep that in mind. Okay, I'll do turn 2 Gobakon, turn 3 Blast Zone. Alright, so this is the Rakdos blood token kind of strategy. Well, let's see what they have. Okay. This is going to be, I think this is the one that has Itali in it. 4-drop Sheldred is probably not as important as the 5-drop Despair, because that just keeps them drawing more cards and more problems. So I'm going to just push the high-end card as farther away as I can, as far away as I can. 3-drop Mirror Breaker. Yep. They're going to swing for 3, I suspect. Ooh, we got a board wipe. Fantastic. So I do want them to play as much as they can. I'll put out a Blast Zone and just beef it up 1. Yeah, we'll do that. So that next turn, I can just get rid of the Harvester and the Reckoner. And then next turn, I suspect Mirror Breaker will be out and Sheldred, and I can depop that. I'd have to draw land, but good. Basically, I have 2 turns to draw land to solve those problems. Didn't get it. Could also throw out Sentinel just to try to, if my opponent has any removal now, to try to pull that out. Yeah, why not? Another good thing about Sentinel is she's a 3/2, so perfect hitting Gobakon. Like if I played Sun Gold turn 2 and turn 3 they didn't have anything. Same thing with Intrepid Adversary. It's still a 3 power, so I could swing over with and hit Gobakon early game and get a big advantage. Sheldred. Yes. Okay, so maybe we don't need to lose the Blast Zone just yet. I could just board wipe. They're one treasure token away from being able to do Invoke Despair, so I need to keep that in mind. If I play Elspeth, my opponent is absolutely going to play that. Do I block? No. No blocks. Opponent can do something. I think it's just pausing for the Reckoner that they have. They can tap, draw a card. Down to 5. Gotta do something. I'm just gonna try to bluff a combat trick. See if we get any blocks. Ooh, we do. Okay. Opponent can tap, draw in response. Chose not to. They should have, because they would have gained 2 more life. They're probably going to hold that invoke just because... Oh, no. Multiverse breach. Let's see. Did we lose any Elspeths? We did not. Any good creatures? We did not. They're going to pull Sheldred back out. And probably the Blood Token. Oh, they have to pull one from each. Wow, that's a pretty good move. Swing for 4 past turn. That's it for this one. Nothing I can get rid of for 2. Oh, I'm dumb. I could have done that in response. I'll just do it now. Wasn't thinking. Not likely gonna win that one though. Didn't get any damage against my opponent. What was that? Yeah. That'll do it. Tough break. So close to tier 3. We got some time. I'll go ahead and keep rolling with that. Yeah, so, I mean, just playing against Diamond, I have a feeling what made it into Mythic is going to be the blue-black Toxic. Maybe a small dash of the mono-red. This is a keep. The Atali and Atraxa decks. What's up? Those decks are definitely making it in there just because it's so much early game removal and then late game is too far away to deal with. So, I mean, I think putting the swords, like not the swords, but sort of once in future would be ideal. And while I'm at it, I might as well put in Elspeth's sword. Just kind of like a little sword thing going on. I'd have to remove out non-creature spells for those to keep my ratios the same. Something I could do though. I really want to get Virtuoso out, but let's see what removal they have. They have one more. So let's make it a 4-drop. I mean, they have the mana they need anyway. I don't like this can't gain life card, so I'm just going to throw that up. Next turn we'll do Facebreaker, just to hope that that's where they use the removal if they do use it. Here comes Facebreaker, yep. A lot of people using that card. I don't think it's that great. I mean, yeah, it's got value. But I think you could be doing better things on turn 3. I will keep 1 mana open to mess with my opponent. They're gonna keep the cards that they've already revealed, I'm sure. No, pitching a land. So they probably have a land in that group of 3 that is unshown. You can't see it on the screen. They've got 4 cards in hand, 2 are unshown. 1 is Go for the Throat. 1 is Sheldred. Cut down. Okay. So they still have Go for the Throat. That puts me in a very tight spot. Now if I draw Lauren's Escape, we're good. Playing it with the treasure token. Alright, well, I'm just gonna have to force it. And since it says destroy, I'm pretty much boned on that one. I've got 5 mana, so I can lose the mountain. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna gain any life from this. So we're going to go for Gobakon, just try to get that hexproof. If he blocks with a 2-2, it stops after first strike damage, and I wouldn't have been able to get Gobakon. But my opponent really wanted to keep that. If I was my opponent, I would have blocked, just so you can remove with go for the throat, keep the board state. Opponent's got. I would have one card in hand against them, so they would see their opponent as like a, this should be easy, walk right through. But they chose not to. Interesting. Yeah, maybe they didn't read the card. There's also that. Unless they have another removal and they wanted to use 2 for 1 on that. No. Okay, so no more removal. I just got to focus on keeping Virtuoso strong and moving through. Swing for 2. Okay. Nice. We've got Sarah. Sarah is good, but probably a better turn 6. I will use the one that is shown, but again, keeping one open to kind of show like my opponent, I'm purposely keeping open a planes so that they can have that in their head like, wait, why? I'll pitch the 2-drop because I can get that with Sarah. Hopefully we draw a land next turn. 14 damage, trample, lifelink. Lifelink will not work because of the night dust shadow over there. Getting in there for 14. Still love to see it. Next turn we can do lethal. My opponent has to draw removal. Land. Fishing for it. There's the removal. Oh, they fished and got it. That stinks. It's alright. Basically just need to play Sarah, pull Virtuoso back, and then swing with Angel Fire again and just keep rocking and rolling. Or draw. If I draw Virtuoso, that's even better. Opponent is tapped out. 2 mana from treasure tokens available. We got a board wipe. Oh, that's... I mean, it's good. Yeah, I'll board wipe. 10 life's okay to work with against Sheldred. And I'll pass. They can hit me for 4 and do 2 on the upkeep with this. And that should be the play. Unless they want to just draw and gain life, which is also possible. And they've already opted to do that. They did not swing. Maestro Theater, what is this? Get a land? Oh. Swamp or mountain. Does it do anything else? I'll gain a life. That's cool. Draw. Okay, that's interesting. Playing Sarah. Even if they have removal, I will be able to pull something from my graveyard. Score is 8-8. This is a close one. What do I play? I think I have to play Virtuoso and just hope that there's no removal targeted at it. I mean, if they have removal, they'll probably go for Sarah. Waiting on you, bud. Come on now. Good response. I thought you just tap draw. Do they have to sack something? 2, tap, remove. Oh, so they have to pay 2 and tap. I thought you could just tap that. Okay, so it's not as good as I thought it was. Now, they can crew that right away with the pilot, and that's a smart move. A lot of 2-drops I see there. I could focus on getting Blast Zone up 1. So that's 2, leaves 3 over. That's perfect. Assuming there's no removal, I could do that. They've got 2 mana open though, so they may want to use Bankbuster to draw. Ooh, they're going for it. I'm gonna have to chop one. Oh, it's got Summoning Sickness. They did the wrong one. Okay. So in this case, at the end of the turn, Bankbuster is gonna go away. 4/5, I get hit for 4. Ooh. Excuse me. I'll get hit for 4, and then 2 for the draw, which will put me at 2, and that's a very tight spot to be in. I don't want to block though. No blocks. We'll see. Yeah, I think that was a misplay from my opponent with the Bankbuster. I think they meant to do the other one, but here we are. I could play the land from the graveyard, but then I'm kind of boned there. So what I should do... I mean, no matter what, I have to do the lifelink to Illuminator. So maybe I start with that. Alright, land for turn. That's a good start. What does my draw and pitch go to? If it's Adversary, I might want to play Adversary from the graveyard. No, can't play that. Oh, I'm dumb. That just burned me. The draw. Well, in all honesty, if I wasn't going to be able to gain life, then I'm just kind of screwed there anyway. Yikes. Okay. Moving along. The games in Diamond are a lot closer. You got to think a lot through it. I'll blame it on the morning. Oh, no, keep. And I will push back. I don't want to push back the Depop. But I'm gonna. No, I'm not. Push back the Gobakon. Okay. Probably a mono white deck. I'm guessing it's the soldier deck. No, mono white enchantment deck. Could also be Selesnya, and maybe they're just playing the white mana first. Turn 3 plays land and moves to combat, passes the turn. Interesting. Maybe they kept a really late game hand. Try to swing in there. 1/1 block flash enchantment? No, none. Okay. Interesting. Passing again on turn 4? What is this? Swing with both? That's the good part about Sun Gold. You just slowly chip away at stuff. Probably get rid of Facebreaker if I were them. They got rid of Sentinel. Okay. And now I'll play Elspeth.
There have to be answers about my past here.
I mean, there could be a board wipe, but whatever.
I've made plenty of
That
connections.
stinks. No creatures in the top 7, under 3. At least we got that stuff out of the way. I'll throw a blast zone out there. There's no way this person got in a diamond with this deck. There's no way. Not a chance. Could be the mono white removal with the toxic tokens. White sun something, I can't remember.
To wandering. Keep watch for intruders.
Okay. Huh. Oh, here's an interesting play. So I will do Angel Fire. Put a +1/+1 on it.
Be brave.
Let's make it flying. All attacks. And board wipe. I think my opponent's just gonna quit on that one. Really not much for them to do. I mean, they could do O-Ring, they could do, or like Ossification. Plenty of stuff they could do to get rid of Facebreaker. Oh, White Sun's Twilight. They did it early though. Remember, they need X=5 to destroy all the stuff. So now I will do 2 drop. Decline. Use the 1 from the graveyard to help my opponent have some guesswork, like what's in his hand. You always want to have some bit of a hand if you can help it. Let's give it flying. And my opponent is not having a good time. You can see they're trying to rush me. I can mute them, but it's fun to see it. 31-6. That should be pretty much game. Invoke Justice. They're gonna bring back the Wanderer. What is it? 4+1/+1 counters?
I'm home.
I mean, that's a pretty solid card I could put in my deck too. Specific planes, but I've only got 4 mountains in there. Everything else is planes producing, short of the blast zones. Exile 2 target creature. Yep, I can't do anything about that.
You're done.
It's a 5/5. I've got lethal, they just don't know it. So, no blocks. And because they were being rude, I'll return the favor. And I want to play it slow. So they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean, good game? That's what I thought. Alright, moving up a little bit. We're kind of right where we were when we started. I got time for one more. Hopefully it's not a blue deck. Stupid blue. If you don't know already, that's my least favorite opponent to play. Because it just takes forever. And you basically overthink every single turn. No keep. No keep. Ew. Multi 5? Oof. I don't like that at all. Alright, we'll have to go blast zone turn 3 and just hope for the best. Not what you want to see. Hey, we got a land though. Okay, human deck kind of thing going on here. Are they soldiers? No, one of them is. Turn 3 Facebreaker, turn 4 Ryu. Interesting choice. Oh, he's gonna push out Ryu. Actually, he might push out the Depop. Yeah. So now Depop is a 6-drop. That was the one of the cards that I was thinking of putting in just because. I could swing into this knowing that my opponent has to block, and I could get rid of one of them. That might be the move. I don't know why. Just doing it. Didn't really get a good hand on this one anyway, so I don't think I'll be able to win this one, but we're gonna try. Certainly gonna try. Gotta have 2. Menace. Just gonna let it go through. Excellent. We'll do it again. Getting that mana, baby. Now do you want to block? Give me the other one. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Now, even if they get rid of Ryu, I can board wipe. Now, imagine if you had like a handful of the Peacekeepers. You could just be like, same card. Yeah, the same card. The same card. You know? The only downside is you could, a lot of the cards pitch stuff to the graveyard and then play them. So that wouldn't help you. That would, they would just find a different way to play it instead of like Gobekhan where it's exiled completely from your hand. You can't discard it. Those are 2-drops, and those are 1-drops. I think ideally, what I want to do is hit the 2-drop. I could hit the 3-drop, but that's not as important. I'll add 1 to it. And since my opponent's not swinging, I'm not going to attack. I'm just going to sit back. I'll do that next turn when I know for sure that I don't have to worry about lethal coming in. Or lethal to Ryu, I should say. Alright. That's one we gotta worry about for board wipes. Because my opponent can just ditch a card and then give it indestructible. Misplay from my opponent. I'm just gonna block here for strike. Unless they have like a Lauren's Escape, perhaps? Not sure what they could do for 2. Anything you can think of? I don't know. Nothing comes to mind here. Looks like we're gonna take 10. Not spicy. We get Angel Fire though, we are set. Haven't gone through any of those yet. Ooh, I know what I could do. I'll do land for turn. I'll try to force my opponent to discard 2 cards. If I swing and then they block, and then in response to block ditch a card to give it indestructible, then I can do Blast Zone, and then they're like, ah, okay, I'll ditch my other card. That would be nice. First, let's just feel it out. If I need to, I can Blast Zone. Doesn't want to stop it. Okay. Okay, so another thing I can do is I can do it on their turn. Since they elected to take the damage, I'm going to end the turn. Control. As soon as it passes. So now, oh, there it is, full control. Playing Adeline in response. Trying to look through what it's showing me and just make sure that the mana down here is what I want it to be. See how it highlights it? Yeah, that's fine. Opponent has a chance, but you're going to have to tap down the 4 too. They chose to do it. Excellent. That's going to help me stop the damage from coming in. Now they have an Adeline, which is tough, but it gives me that one more turn to try to get Angel Fire. Oh, we got it. Nice. Wow, mulling down to 5. You really don't think you're going to do too well with it, but here we are. We can do it twice. So that'll be 14 damage lifelink. Or I can save it till next turn. Nah. We're gonna push. It's a 7/7, first strike, indestructible, lifelink, trample, haste, vigilance. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of Adeline first, even though I love that card. Second combat. Now, if I could find a way to give Ryu double strike, that's nuts. There's a couple things that can do it. There's like the Twin Blade card. Nice, we got that one. There's the Twin Blade card that you can use, but it's either that or Illuminator Virtuoso. They're one colorless, one white. Both have double strike. The Twin Blade is a warrior though, so that helps just naturally if I have warriors out, because if I have Ryu out, even better. It's also very specific. You don't want to cater your deck to just one specific thing. So what's the benefit to having Illuminator? Is that draw, right? Even if I just do a block Lauren's Escape, now I'm drawing a card, and then I'm scrying, and he gets a +1/+1 counter. Twin Blade doesn't get any of the +1/+1 counters. So right now, because I still have All Will Be One in the deck, that caters to every other thing in my deck. If I switch out Illuminator, I start to get away from that, and then the idea starts to get away from itself. So you don't want that to happen. It's already a long video, but we're so close to getting into tier 3. We'll do it. Hopefully we get like a mono red and we get a good hand. A good hand. Diamond 4, you see the logo there on the screen? Or Diamond Tier 1, I'm sorry. Oh, we got a hand that we like to see. Mono black? Come on. Every time. Never mind, blue black, probably a toxic deck. Which means we're gonna throw this down right now. Cut down. Saw that coming, because that's all they ever do. 2-drop. We'll go ahead and do Virtuoso again, just trying to get out there. At the very least, my opponent's forced to use removal. Sure. Do you have more removal? Looks like they missed a land drop too. No effing way. That's so mean. Bastard. Wow, that's rough. Not what we want to see. We got some board wipes for whatever they play, when they decide to play stuff. Sheldred for 4. No. They're drawing. Oh, one of these games. Hitsugu and Carry. That's a pretty good one. Brew for 4. I need Sarah Paragon or Virtuoso would be nice. Could have board wiped. I'm waiting. I want my opponent to be like, aha! I can feel the board state. Do it, bro. No, we're gonna swing for 5? Fine. I don't care. They're pitching stuff? What do you have, bro? Let's take a look. Could be a counter. No counter. All removal, I'm sure. That's so lame. That's so lame. They're gonna breach the multiverse is their plan. Counter spell, let's pay 2. Another Hitsugu. It's a legendary. Multiverse is a 7-drop. They've got 5. I'd have to do it twice to hit both breaches, so I can just assume that that's gonna happen. I don't know, maybe we'll get lucky. Get out of here. Counter. Counter, counter. It's gonna be a counter. No, he chose not to. Deals damage to me equal to the CMC of the card. Lucked out there. What was it? A monkey, okay. Don't think we're gonna win this one. We had a really good start, but that removal is just crucial. They cannot counter. I need some creature. Like a low level creature, low CMC. And we got land? Are you kidding me? That is ridiculous. Alright. Well, so much for that game. Let's see if we just burned ourselves on this one. It was a land. We lucked out. Do they have enough? Do they have a creature? Breach the multiverse. They're gonna pull Hitsugu. And then probably Elspeth if she's in there. She's not. Facebreaker, okay. Oh, and then they'll pass the turn. Oh, they have enough anyway. Good game. Okay. That'll do it for this video. I don't think we got any packs to open or anything like that. Let's take a look. No packs. Alright. As always, thanks for joining. Watch these games, get those gains, and walk those planes. Until next time, deckheads, keep it easy.